think especially given the integration of the supply chains in China and how levered the world is to that, I think that was a big wake-up call for everyone that, we need to think about these supply chains in a way that we haven't previously.
But there were, again, at the beginning of the globalization phenomenon, end of history and all that, we were going to have a borderless world.
Yep.
This mobility was the enemy.
Yes.
And of course, economic life depended so much on global supply chains and on mobility. So much more than we even sort of realized to ourselves how much we move around.
Yeah.
That suddenly we were thrown off. You see, absolutely closeness, either in production or in consumption.
Yeah.
But we were not prepared for that.
Yep.
And secondly, I would say with all due modesty, that we had thought that a scientist could forecast and economists couldn't, but the scientists also didn't get it right.
Right.
There were, among epidemiologists
Right.
and related things, there were a lot of, for example, in herding versus, suppression.
Yep.
That was a big debate, and they thought Sweden is doing right. We
Right.
didn't know we had
Get
to
to herd
actually,
really quickly
we
before
actually had to
protect.
discover the answer. And I think one should really compare the second round.
Yep.
Who
You had
who
more advanced
who
methods,
managed the
right.
second round better?
Fair. Yeah.
And UK just again dropped the lockdown yesterday, but again it is full of doubts as to what's going to happen to the delta, not delta, but kappa or lambda.
It used to
And
be 4 variants, now
yeah,
it's 6.
exactly.
Right.
And so I think it is basically one of the biggest shocks, one of the biggest black swans ever, and so unusual that we don't know. We had no preparation of how to deal with this.
Very true, very true. And I would argue that now a black swan is the base case. I think it's so hard to predict with any degree of certainty how many variants there will be when there will be another hard lockdown. I mean, you have a whole swath of countries from Australia to Korea to India to where we just don't know. We might get another.
Down the free or mobile application now.